boardroom of St. George's Hospital in London fell into a tense silence as Dr. Emily Hartley faced the enigmatic billionaire, James Lockwood, when he had offered her a blank check for saving his life during a catastrophic climbing accident in the Scottish Highlands 3 years ago. She surprised everyone by refusing his money outright. Instead, she requested his investment in her hospital, a move that would secure her a 5% stake in the Hartley family, trust, and finally prove her worth to the husband who had never valued her. Lockwood made a single, brief phone call and sealed a $100 million partnership deal on the spot, leaving the entire medical board in stunned applause while her husband Daniel and his manipulative ex-girlfriend Chloe Pierce sat frozen with barely concealed fury. As the trustees and senior consultants rose to congratulate her, the truth began to unravel like a loose thread. Archived hospital records and eyewitness testimonies resurfaced, revealing that Chloe had fabricated the story of saving Daniel from drowning in the Thames during a regatta accident years ago. It was Emily who had dived into the freezing water and pulled him to safety, while Chloe had merely arrived moments later and stolen the credit for herself. Sir Richard Hartley, Daniel's formidable grandfather and the hospital's founding patriarch, erupted with righteous anger upon learning the truth, his walking stick hammering against the polished floor as he watched his grandson's face drain of all color, realizing he had spent 3 years publicly humiliating, neglecting, and emotionally destroying the very woman who had literally saved his life, all while worshipping a liar who had manipulated him from the very start. Outside the Hartley family's grand Kensington townhouse, Emily stepped into the crisp London evening and took a deep, liberating breath, feeling the weight of 3 years of emotional neglect lift from her shoulders like a physical release when a sleek black Range Rover pulled up to the curb and James Lockwood emerged with that infuriatingly charming smile. He leaned casually against the car door and asked if she was finally available for dinner at the Ivy, not as a business associate, but as a man who had waited patiently for 3 years, watching from the shadows as she suffered, knowing she was too honorable to leave a marriage she had vowed to honor. She laughed, a genuine, unburdened sound she hadn't made in years, and accepted his invitation without hesitation, walking away arm in arm with a man who had seen her worth from the very first moment she had pulled him from a mountain crevasse, while across the street Daniel Hartley stood alone in the gathering dusk, finally understanding the catastrophic cost of his blindness, that true love is not recognized in grand gestures, but in quiet, consistent choices, and that by the time you realize what you had, it has already walked away with someone who appreciated it all along.